Yes. Episode 26.
Hey, Richie, can you Never mind.
Great fellas. We got a special host, special guest today, sorry. Jimmy.
Hello.
He's our Buck specialist. I think he's the biggest, most loyalist Buck fan in the Northeast of the United States.
Since circa 1992.
And he's here to give us a special look into this Giants at Buccaneers matchup coming Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a special look at that. We're going to review last week, week 2. We're going to tell you the good and the bad.
Juan's also here.
Juan's here. Joe's here. Richie's not.
We're good fellas.
IMG. Money. And here we go. Let's start talking about the terrible, terrible QB injuries that happened this past week. Jim. Who had the worst hit?
I mean, Drew Brees is supposed to come back after 6 to 8 weeks, I'm hearing. Big Ben is out for the whole year, so you have to say Pittsburgh probably took the bigger hit there. But, I mean, that opens up the door in the NFC South now. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, can he be trusted? He hasn't been tested. He hasn't really played a lot in the last couple of years. He almost lost his leg back a couple of years ago now.
Yeah,
so
that was nasty.
who knows what he is?
They had to do some special procedure, right, so he couldn't lose. He might have lost his leg.
Pretty much. And who knows what this Taysom Hill guy is. So who knows, and then that affects the running game. So who knows with the Saints. Panthers look lost. The Falcons, who knows? So I think the Bucks have a shot now, an actual legitimate chance, the way that things are starting to stack up potentially.
Now, look, I see that they're at the top of the standings, too.
Yeah.
Tied with Atlanta.
We'll talk about it later, but this is a absolute must-win game, and I'll go through their schedule a little later. Like, they have this insane road trip that I dare you guys to think of a worse stretch for a team, possibly in NFL history. The schedule makers apparently apologized and said, yeah, we're kind of rooting for the Bucks this year. We really kind of screwed them. I'll talk about it whenever you guys want, but I have that down.
All right, so we got Brady.
Yeah.
He's on your fantasy team. I'm facing you this week in the Gridfellas League.
Shut up, yo.
Are you looking for your first win? No, you won last week.
No, I won last week.
Okay.
I'm 1-1.
Nice. Congrats on your first win.
Thank you. I made a big trade with Richie. Did we go over that? Yeah, we went over that last week.
Yeah, you got it.
I got
finally
Brady.
went through.
Brady found Brown. Yada, yada, yada.
And Brown was gone after that game. He was name plate ripped out, everything gone right before the media got there. Patriots do not want him talking to the media.
I didn't know what you meant. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Now they're saying that there's going to be no charges brought up with the allegations from that woman, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
so it's looking positive that he's going to be in there catching the ball from Brady.
Real quick, do you think there was collusion, not collusion, but there was tampering by the Patriots with the whole Brown case? I mean, just the curiousness of, they wanted to trade for him in March. Didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, this was planned.
Then they probably whispered in his ear, they're get released, we'll sign you right away. Didn't you think it was a little weird?
I think it's very feasible.
Antonio, freeze your feet off, all right?
No,
start there.
Just Brown's. I could totally see Brown's agent going to Brown and saying, "If only there was a way you could get your contract voided or get kicked."
Because look at all the ways between the helmet, between cursing off the general manager, calling him a cracker, punting the ball away, etc.
Allegedly.
And then about 3 hours later, the Patriots sign him right after he was released.
Oh, I believe this was planned all along.
It's definitely
you know
feasible.
What? Great. They are the top dogs. And if I wanted to go win right now, that's where I'd go.
Can they please anger the football gods somehow by trying to...
They have sold their soul to the devil. We went over this last episode. They have more bad than that. I've never seen. They got the Deflategate, Spygate, cocaine, killing.
A murderer, yeah.
They're saying
marijuana.
You're saying Belichick is intentionally spreading HIV right now.
Well, there was a meme that said, because Demaryius Thomas went to the Jets, and they're like,
they traded
he's got mono.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yo, now that you mentioned that, it's not up there. Another team.
QB.
The quarterback has mono. The backup comes in. Bam! Out of the season.
Myles Garrett was just...
Can we talk about that real quick? So, I mean, how does that affect the Jets having a third-string quarterback going into the Patriots this weekend. They're going to get destroyed.
I'm going to say
It's gonna-
something.
It's going to be embarrassing. I'm going to feel really bad for them.
I'm going to get at least one set of bad look here coming from Joe. But Le'Veon Bell is not showing me shit.
Because they're planning for him.
You think that's what it is?
And it's going to be worse now because you're going to key in.
What happened?
He put up 20-something points last game.
Okay, I didn't know that. What
Yeah.
about the first week?
20-something points, 22 points.
Really?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's gonna get harder now because they're gonna key in on him.
Nah, he's gonna get the if
That's
you
true, but they were
yeah.
running wildcat plays. Like
but if you get the
snapping ball
PPR,
to
if you have a PPR, he got like 8-10 catches.
In fact, he
There's
might
10 points right
because
there.
What kind of passes is this third-string quarterback gonna actually complete?
Right to
it's
him.
Gonna be little ones, so it might actually boost him.
Yep.
They're gonna
He was
bank on
doing
him.
with Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson looked nice. He turned it up in that game. When he got in, he started throwing a
But
little
wait,
bit.
take it back. Don't you blame the management of the Jets for letting a third-string quarterback go out there in Week 3, where you still have some hope in your season against the Patriots? You have zero chance to
Jets
win
are
that
gonna
game.
upset him.
How do they not call? Maybe call
Watch.
Kaepernick for
Anything's
at this
possible.
point.
Yo,
Who the hell knows?
All right, Kaepernick, you bring him up. At this point, I say someone should just give him a chance.
Well,
I'm down. I want to see
just-
it. I want to see how he performs. Everyone's talking how great he is. Let's see. He's got chances now.
I just heard news that
Oh,
the
please.
agent is actively calling teams,
Yeah.
all the teams that the quarterbacks got injured.
you know what that tells me, though, Jim?
what?
Nobody's calling the agent. Saying, hey, is your guy ready? No, he's calling him.
Yeah.
I bet you he has a list of demands too.
Yeah, listen, you come with baggage. You know, for somebody like Antonio Brown,
I'm-
the Patriots are willing to take that back.
But in a league where a guy who's drowning dogs and shit comes back into the league and everything, like they can't let
I
this
get
guy
it.
back for kneeling. I mean, come on.
Times have changed.
But Jim, that's
But it's your dog. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, times have changed.
Oh, yeah. Even from then.
Yeah.
But still, Mike Vick still catches crap.
now that you mentioned that, I feel like it's wrong for people to be like criticizing the NFL for not benching Brown or putting him on the no play list. What are you talking about? All these are allegations.
Today, you are no longer innocent until proven guilty.
I'm not saying
You're
that didn't
guilty.
happen. Okay, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is these are allegations that have not been investigated. You're already fighting to put the man to take the man off the field without any proof that this happened. Ah, God, what happened to innocent until proven guilty? What the fuck is that? I think that's horse shit. But I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it because, they're serious allegations, but there needs to be an investigation to make sure one way or another. If he's cleared, he's cleared. But I think also the speed of his acquisition, I think that should have been investigated more
Yeah.
than anything. I really do.
I agree with
I
you
think
there.
there's so much that makes sense that it was like potentially he signed, check it, 3 hours probably after he was released. He was signed. Like that's pre-planning by the Patriots. That's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I said this already last week. Shame on Brown for even signing that contract, man. You didn't want to be there.
Right.
Yeah, that's messed up what he did to the Raiders.
You didn't want to be there. Well, they didn't lose anything. Although, yeah, you're right. Because
Time.
and they could have filled that slot with somebody else.
Yeah.
But you knew you didn't want to be there. You're critiquing the quarterback, which, by the way, I understand. I'm not a big fan of Carr either. But you fucking signed that contract knowing who your team was going to be, who your quarterback was going to be, coach, general manager, everybody. Whatever. I said this. Moving on.
So, yeah, Jets are down to the third. Falk, right? Falk? Or are they saying, oh, fuck?
Yeah, and then they signed some guy today I never heard of as the backup. So, I mean, they're really in trouble.
Just snap it to Bell.
Yo, what if Eli goes there? So he's in-
I thought about that. He's in the same house. They just say, can we just borrow Eli for a little
Can we
bit?
borrow Eli?
No, I think
He's expensive, though. He's got like 20-something mil he's due.
this is just going to be his last season, and we're going to go
I-
14-2.
I don't think you think he's retiring?
And Daniel Jones is going to get hurt, and then Eli's going to come in the playoffs
I-
and win it all.
I don't think Eli is going to retire.
Yeah, what if Daniel Jones gets hurt? I'm just saying in week 9. Then they got to bring Eli back and embarrass him. And I mean, I just feel like, come on, just release him
They don't have a backup though.
He waived his no trade. He wants to stay on the team.
Wait. He
No.
waived it?
If you waive your no
He
trade,
did
that'll-
not. I'm sorry. He refuses to waive it.
Yeah, you just said he waived it.
I'm sorry. He refuses to waive it because he wants to stay on the team.
He wants to be a Giant.
Like, you could say that there's a chance Jones is going to get his chance and he's going to fucking blow it. He could also blow it. Then what are you going to do?
I think he's going to be all right.
I hope so.
Their defense is terrible.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Who would have?
I don't even blame Eli. Like, he wasn't even playing that bad.
No, but somebody had to do something. You can't replace your defense overnight. But
Could it be that he's 116 for 116? He has a 500 record, and he didn't want to fight. Could he have said, "I don't want to lose
No.
any more
Oh,
games"?
no.
no, I think Eli's a competitor. He's not going to do that.
I think that's just
Eli did it.
coincidence.
Yeah, you guys think that it's all facade.
If you count his postseason wins, he's over 500.
But also, I heard on the radio there was a guy from the Star Ledger that interviewed. I think it was the Star Ledger that interviewed 30 out of the 50 sports writers for football that vote for the Hall of Fame, and they asked them, "Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?" How many people out of those 30
I bet you
definitively said yes that
Five.
he is?
5.
What do you think, Joe? 15 for Joe. Juan?
8.
I believe it was 12 that were definitely committed. There was like about 10 to 12 that were on the fence, like undecided, and at least like eight or 9 that didn't. And apparently if you get 10 or more people that don't vote for you, you got to get 80%. You won't get in. So he's not going to get in on the first try. That's for sure. It sounds like right now.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
But I think he was his longevity, the
Durability,
And the 18-1.
and the stopping the Patriots twice and having great Super Bowls and winning 2 Super Bowl MVPs. I heard there's only 4 other players that have 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 quarterbacks, and they're all big names. I forget. They're all big major names, Bart Starr, etc. So I mean, he definitely is a. I think he's a Hall of Famer,
Well,
but
thank
I don't
you,
think
Eli.
I don't think he's an slam dunk Hall one. But he should get into the Hall of Fame. I think.
I think he's a class act, man.
And he's a class act, yeah.
Even the way he's handling this, you couldn't possibly ask for more. The way he's throwing his support behind Jones, the way he is just going with it. Like we just said, he doesn't even want to be traded. He wants to stay on the team. You couldn't ask. I mean, if you were to ask anybody in the NFL, any team, hey, how would you feel about having Eli Manning as your backup? Who's going to say no? As a backup?
Right.
for $20 million?
So should we move on to week 2 and
No,
review,
yeah.
guys?
Hold on. So we got Drew Brees. Alshon Jeffrey got injured. He left the game. He screwed me in my one league. So he might be silent. Deshaun Jackson's out also. So
That guy,
another guy out.
that piece of garbage.
Michael Gallup. Gallup's getting his knee scoped. He'll be out
Wait.
4 to 6 weeks.
Where is Jeffrey? He's not in Philadelphia anymore, is he? So he's out.
They have no
No-
risk. They have
no-
no
Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar.
No
Pick him
wonder
up.
I have him.
You do have him?
Yeah.
Good luck. He's got some shitty hands.
Yeah, I did see that.
It's going to be all Zach Ertz.
James Conner nicked up, but he should be all right to play. Damian Williams banged up knee, but all right. Devin Singletary for the Bills, the rookie. He had a touchdown. He's going to be a little hamstring. Josh Jacobs, Oakland groin, but these all guys should be all right to play. Another Oakland, Tyrell Williams got the hip. Carson Wentz, did you guys see that on Sunday night?
I did.
Ooh, he was
I
in
did.
pain.
Dude, they're in trouble because let me tell you, who's backing up Carson Wentz this year, guys?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Not
I don't know.
Nick
And
Foles, I'll tell you who it is. You know who it is? Josh McCown.
oh, yeah.
Josh McCown, the man responsible for letting the Bucks draft Jameis Winston because we were 2-14 that year. Let me tell you, Josh McCown.
He had some good runs, though.
Is
When he was on the
garbage.
Bears that year. He had a
He's
good
streaky,
run.
but he's very bad.
Yo, I
overall.
picked him up in the fantasy playoffs, and he won, I think.
Anyway,
for me.
my point is Philly is sunk if Wentz goes down.
Cowboys are
Sunk.
freezing by.
David John. Oh, sorry.
No.
But it made me think the other day, who would be in a good position if their starting quarterback was out for like the whole year? Not many teams, right? There's very few capable backup quarterbacks
Nick
in
Mullins.
this league right now. Is there not very few capable backups? Like the Giants would have a capable backup, but not many teams do. Think about it.
No. Jets just snap it at Le'Veon Bell. I'll say it again.
They should make him the quarterback.
They should
So-
just form a bubble around him and just run.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, you want to get Trevor Siemian off your team. No, I'm just kidding. No one has him on his team. So
That
yeah, those are
sucks,
the injuries, and that's what's going on. So be careful if your quarterback out there. Cam Newton, I don't know. He's just out of his mind, and he's out. So he hasn't practiced this week.
He's in a walking boot right now.
You think somebody's told him, like, Cam, man, I know we're losing, but you got to get rid of the handkerchief,
Well,
dude.
there was a lot of controversy too because
What he wore?
They said that he said he's fine, but everybody's saying that he looks like he's playing hurt. And then there was a 4th and 1 yard situation that everybody thought he should have quarterback sneaked it, but they ran it outside. So then you're thinking, is he really that hurt? Maybe he can't physically jump. I mean, who knows what's going on? So there's a lot of it could be a real injury or it could be bullshit. Who knows?
That was
what
a
it is.
huge upset. Nobody,
I don't think so.
Nobody expected. The numbers were all on the Panthers.
You're not watching it
I
close enough.
expected it.
You
You're
were
not
the only
watching it
one.
close enough. Why would you say it would be huge?
I had him initially.
Well, again,
Ooh.
the thing with the Bucks is the defense, right? What is the defense? What's your answer? It's horrible, right? That's everybody's thinking, right?
Yeah.
But if you look, there's been so much change with the Bucks defense. We can get into it later with the
Yeah.
review.
Stop down, Mr. Buck.
Remind me. All right.
Nah, I do have a question for Jim, real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, O.J. Howard was my first tight end
Yep.
pick.
Yep.
I've been disappointed 2 weeks in a row.
Absolutely.
And I have a really good backup tight end in Graham.
Okay. I have a little bit of
And I
intel on
keep
this.
I keep insisting I'm doing the right thing.
Bruce Arians has said the ball is coming.
I read that today. The ball is coming.
I think this is a great matchup. We're going
And
to talk about it.
I
All right,
did
now,
read
let's not-
that
get off
too.
the Buck. We got to wait for the
Let's
Bucks later.
go back
y'all.
to that circling and back.
Let's do our week 2 review, the good and the bad. Juan, well, actually, yeah, just what you're talking about. Go ahead. Your tight end. You got
Yeah. So my starting tight end, O.J. Howard, 0.0. Then my backup tight end, even though I didn't play him, it's always nice to
Yeah.
find out what would I have gotten.
Yeah.
That motherfucker got 0.02.
Who is that?
Graham. Jimmy Graham. 0.0. Both of those motherfuckers. And I still won.
Jimmy Graham has been up and down, but mostly down since he left the Saints, I think. He was a much better player when he was on the Saints.
This is like a sitcom right now, watching Gordon struggle with the.
So, yeah, Jimmy Graham was the shit back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
When he was dunking, he don't dunk no more.
Yo, I think he still got it. He might not be the same player, but he's definitely capable.
No, last year was the year, and he didn't do much. Let's face it, on Green Bay. I really thought he'd blow up in that offense. I always thought that Seattle used him wrong, and he was more the focal point of the offense at the time with New Orleans with the Saints, and that's when they had sick offenses as
Thank you,
well.
Joe.
So I don't know. I feel like I don't trust Graham anymore. Here's the thing with O.J. Howard. All right, has had 2 really good years up until now, but cut short by injuries. Okay, they project if he stayed healthy. This year it's been off to a slow start. New system. And now he's just had a very bad game 1. They didn't throw to him much game 2 because he had a fumble on the 10-yard line, goal to go, and then he had one where he batted it up in the air and it was intercepted. So they kind of benched him slightly in this last game. But I read that it's now he's back. They're working on. He says the Giants play a lot of man, and that's one-on-one coverage that he said he's looking forward
Yeah,
to
he
that.
got that.
So I feel like he should have potentially a
He's
breakout.
due.
He should have a breakout game in this game. But
Okay.
I would keep him in right now.
Awesome. That makes me feel good. So that was.
Yeah, so even though, Juan, you had the 0 points from your tight end, still got the win.
Still
Your
got
first
the win.
fantasy win of the Gridfellas League.
I think
Nice job.
I got the second or third highest total.
Who did you beat again?
Camellas.
Camellas. You beat Camellas.
I beat Camelo number 1 and 2.
Pranos.
Grid Pranos.
And your Gridfellas lock of the week hit.
My Goodfellas lock of the week
Oh.
hit. I knew. I was saying all week. You guys are my witnesses. Cowboys is a lock. That's my lock. I chose them. Nobody else did, and they definitely came through. I think the Cowboys are easily going to take this division. Easily.
Yeah, I had the Cowboys.
We don't talk week 3 at all.
No, that's for Sunday morning.
I just want to say about one thing about week 3. The Cowboys, did they cover the 21? What is it?
Oh,
a 21-point
good
spread against
question.
Miami?
I'm taking the Cowboys.
With that spread?
Yes.
It's a good question. I think.
Yes.
I think if I were to bet money on that game,
happened.
I won't
would
bet it.
on that. The Cowboys.
Because Miami has the potential to be historically bad, team period, especially on defense. They've already let up how many points?
Over 100.
And we're
No,
two
I'm
games
sorry.
in. Yeah, I think it's over.
Usually
100.
by now, Fitzpatrick's
It was-
getting benched.
Wait a minute, it
47
was
and, like, 57.
59 or 57 or
Okay.
58, something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
They have nobody. Think
Yeah.
about it. Look who they traded away. They traded away
Everyone, yeah, they're just.
Laramie, Tunsil.
Yo, that should be our suicide pick every week. Whoever the Dolphins are playing.
Oh,
Well,
and
listen, the guys don't want to be there. They're gonna suck every game.
there's also
Fitzmagic's their freaking quarterback.
yeah.
Usually he gets taken out by now. He's still rocking. Go ahead,
Minka
Jim.
Fitzpatrick. Okay, why would the Pittsburgh Steelers, who just lost their starting quarterback, their 38-year-old starting quarterback, why would they give up their first-round pick for next year? Why wouldn't you keep it? You could have a horrible year. They could be like 4-12 this year and get a top quarterback. Why would you do that? I was very surprised by that.
I think
pickup.
I think they still think they have a chance this year.
They should have.
They're gonna focus on defense now.
A team that
They wanted to boost up the
Seattle
defense.
or somebody like that, I could see that trade, but not this team.
I think Pittsburgh and their fans look at Big Ben like they're Brady. He's not Brady. He's
Big Ben.
Yeah, but Big Ben has a lot of injuries, man. That are haunting him always. He's like a walking. What happened?
Yeah, two-time champ.
Oh no! I'm not taking that away. Do you
been
guys
a-
think
it's been
that
a
he
while
has
now.
another one in him?
It's been a long time since that
Ben
last one.
Roethlisberger?
Man. When was the last
Man.
time? When was the last time they won?
I don't know. I don't think he has another one in him.
09?
Maybe, the year after the Giants.
Maybe if he goes to a different team. I don't think the Steelers can win a championship right now.
I'll tell you.
So yeah, Steelers. What's up with Juju, man? Fucking Juju. He hasn't been doing much.
Hey, it's two
It's
games
early.
in,
I know.
and who knows what's going to happen with this new quarterback, so you'll see.
Yeah, he's gonna have a favorite.
Exactly.
2009.
I think Vance McDonald gets a boost.
It's been confirmed by Joe the Pittsburgh Steelers last won the Super Bowl.
10
in
years.
Joe
2009.
called it.
So it's been a while now.
06 and 09.
I don't know.
So yeah, like I just said, I think Vance McDonald definitely for fantasy is going to get a boost with this. This guy's definitely going to bank on his tight end.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. So Juan, yeah, you had the what was your lock again?
Cowboys.
Yeah, you love that. So yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys this week, guys. By the way, I went 11-5 against the spread this past week. Everybody.
Very nice.
Yeah, you did.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
11-5. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Jim, what was your what do you want to talk about the bad in the NFL right now for you last week?
Oh, I'm going to change my bad from what I had.
Yeah,
there.
go ahead. Audible.
I'm audible.
Omaha.
Bad is the Cleveland Browns' upcoming schedule. You ready to hear it? Yeah. All right. Rams at Browns. Rams come to town.
Now I think.
Prime time.
I'm sorry. Browns are favored.
What?
No.
But it's only 2.5.
All right. So the
Sorry,
Rams
go ahead.
Yeah.
coming to town. Primetime game next week. This week, rather. Browns at Ravens. Then Browns at 49ers. Then Seahawks at Browns. Then Browns at Patriots. That's a rough stretch, man. That's the bad for a
well,
Browns.
yeah.
If you're a Browns fan, you're not happy right now. And my good is my Bucks won a very tough game that they would have lost in the last 10 years of play, and I attribute that to much better coaching, much better coaching, which we could talk about a little later.
No, I didn't have the channel. I could do the Hulu and the sling route, so I didn't have the game. What happened to McCaffrey?
They bottled them up,
Yeah,
which is why.
So did you say it was their D that did it?
The defense, absolutely. It's
Nice.
the scheme.
Very good.
Again, whenever you want to talk about it, but it's this. There's a lot. The coordinator and the scheme, and some personnel, but the talent was always there. It was poorly utilized, and now the talent is being utilized much more correctly. And hey, we'll see. It's very young. They're 1-1. Who knows? But here, there you go.
Hey,
Joe, we got to share this to the Buccaneer Nation. This is like the Buck special.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Joe, is there a way you can just delete everything Bucks?
It'd be a 5-minute episode. The guy came with an All-Star jersey. You gotta respect it, bro.
Gotta respect.
So, all right, for me, the Bengals. I had a 15-game teaser I got one wrong, and it was the Bengals.
Red fucking rifle.
The Bengals fucked me. It was a $13 bet to win $1,000.
Wow.
That's like you pull the change out of your couch and put it on the fucking.
Damn.
That would have been awesome to hit too. So, yeah, that was upsetting. Everyone else hit. It was great. So what I did was I took my pick'ems. I went with that. I was 11-5. Did the 7 points. I think 7 points teaser towards my way. Almost hit. So that was sucked. Vikings. That was rough. I know Richie was very upset about them not covering. They had many chances. They were close. I mean, it looked like the Packers were going to spank them, and then they stopped them. Came back, almost had a chance, couldn't do it. And then the good for me this week again, fantasy, man. Fucking won again. First place in the Gridfellas League, sitting up the human bridge, sitting atop everybody. Everyone's underneath the bridge.
Well, you face me this week, yo. Let's see.
Yeah, you're projected to beat me.
Yeah.
Got a couple points.
Yeah.
So
All right. Very
I'm
nice.
excited. So yeah, Dolphins and Jets, they have college spreads going on right now. There are a lot of 0-2 teams. A little word of advice if you are going to bet this week. They say that usually the best thing to do when a team is 0-2 is take them if they're getting points, because they usually keep it close and win most of the time.
Yeah,
But you got to look at the game still, of course. No, I don't say Dolphins and Jets. Now,
Dolphins are so bad.
I'm taking both favorites in both those games.
They've scored 10 points in 2 games. They've scored 5 points a game, and they are god-awful. They're god-awful, so they're going 0-3. I don't care who they play right now. I don't see them winning a game. I see them as like the team to pick against in survivor pools. You know
All
what
right,
I
well,
mean?
we have Survivor Pool. We're still in it.
Yeah, I am too.
think
I am too.
we have to pick two teams this week.
I'm in a big one. How
Yeah.
big is yours?
$1 million.
Wow, that's really good. Mine's 30 grand, so I'll take that.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not, but I am.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Oh, okay, I got you. Sorry.
So, how about
Disclaimer.
them Dolphins?
Yo, they are like the butt of the joke. Like big time.
I'll tell you what, though. The week they win is going to be a bloodbath in the survival pool.
Absolutely.
Woo.
It's going to be a wrap.
Sure
But it ain't going to
is.
happen, man. I'm telling you. This one is 0-16 written all over.
You know how they're famous for that perfect season?
Yeah.
That's
They're
going to
gonna be famous for this one.
Dude, that's what they were talking about recently. All those people that are so proud of the undefeated season, guess what? You might have a one without a victory. That's pretty rough. And the Jets, again, just good defense. They played well against the Browns the other night. I think that Baker Mayfield did not look good. If you look at Baker Mayfield's like final stat line, it wasn't bad, but that's because of the 89-yard touchdown to Odell, which Odell did most of the work on anyway. Oh, by the way, did you hear Odell said, yeah, I've lost a lot in this building, so it's nice to come back and get a win. He actually said that, yeah.
Listen,
And Greg Williams, how about that stuff?
you know,
Him and Greg
Greg
Williams.
Williams got shafted. He should have been, he should have still been the head coach of the Browns. Look what he did last year. They more or less won out. He was the interim head coach.
Oh, yeah?
Why did they not bring him back? That's some bullshit.
Because of that dye job.
Because of the fucking
That hair.
bounty gate thing.
honestly,
Hey.
OBJ sounds like sour grapes to me. Like you're still talking about the fucking Giants, man.
But how classless to say that. Like,
Of course, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the guy's not a good player, but dude, can you go a week without mentioning the Giant, your former team? Like, can you do it? Just be happy you just had a good game.
But you heard that schedule. Browns are in for a rough stretch, and the
let
Browns
him-
fans are going to start to jump. There's no way they beat. They're not a very good team right now. The Browns.
When does Hunt come back?
Cahunt?
I
Hunt?
think at least week 10.
Yeah, week 10, I believe.
Isn't that his nickname? Hunt?
Wow.
The kicker. All right, so I'm going to do a little audible here. Jalen Ramsey, Thursday Night Football. We will cover. Let's cover that game.
Oh, I read about that. They're not going to trade him before the game. It's probably going to be Friday at the earliest, maybe Saturday if they can
So it's
find
definitely
somebody.
going down.
I mean, it sounds like something's going down, but
Two
that's a-
first-rounders.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, he was being blunt as hell. You just see the press
I
conference?
want to fucking win.
Yeah. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. I want to fucking win.
So Thursday night, Titans are traveling to Jacksonville. against the porn. Did you guys see Gardner Minshew, bro? He got a porno site offered him sponsorship.
Yeah.
Cam Soda.
Hysterical.
He reminds me of.
He supposedly stretches pregame in his jock, and that's it.
Yeah, he looks. Apparently, he's an odd bird. I heard something about like his name is weird. Like somebody's a junior, but it's not really a junior of his name. I don't know, something like weird like that about Gardner Minshew.
I
He's
told
got
you guys last. I said he's gonna. Oh no, I was saying it to you guys. I think that he's gonna keep the game close. He did, covered the spread, but they still lost by a point, right? They went for 2.
Yes, that killed me.
Why do teams do that?
I lost a teaser on a half point because I had Texans. And come on, the Texans played a great game against the Saints. It came down to a long field goal at the end.
Yeah, but did they
come home? Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't. I saw some stuff I didn't like.
I saw some
But
stuff.
they played well enough that
He got sacked
you're
6
going to win
times.
at home.
Deshaun Watson got sacked 6 times by the Saints, and the Jaguars
Yeah, by the
got a
Saints.
better D.
But the Jaguar D didn't look good week 1.
No,
I don't know.
I have a Magic 8 ball.
That's because I want to fucking win.
I shake my Magic 8 ball, and it tells me I went 11-5 doing that. So
Why ain't your Magic 8 Ball help you with the fucking
Bengals.
Bengals?
I didn't shake it hard enough. So yeah, 1.5. Titans are favored. Road dog favorite. I'm going Jags. I like the Jags here. I think Jags win. I don't think Titans got beat by the Colts. I think the Browns win was a fluke. I think Baker Mayfield had a meltdown at the end of that game and just started throwing it to the wrong team.
You trust this Gardner Minshew?
Yes, I do. I like it.
I don't. I'd go Titans. You have a more competent quarterback. You have a better. The defenses probably shake out evenly, but I feel like
Their offense is Derrick Henry and nothing.
Mariota is decent.
Is Walker still there? The tight end?
Yes, Delaney Walker's there.
Yeah, he's not bad.
They have a decent team, and Mariota's not bad. He gets hurt a lot, and he hasn't been great though. So
I'm not a big fan of it.
he's in a similar boat as Winston, where he kind of has to start performing to really earn a big contract. So
You talking about the cigarettes?
famous Jameis, man,
I like it. I like a Thursday night. It's a Thursday night game.
or as my team in my one league, infamous Jameis.
Same divisional game. Jags are 0-2. Gardner Minshew just got asked by Cam Soda to be a sponsor. He's going to be hopped up, son. They're gonna fucking win. I'll tell you guys right now. I'm the Thursday night assassin right now.
I'm 1-1.
I'm with it.
I
For week 1.
Yeah,
I was, but then I wasn't. I changed my mind, but I'm sticking with my guns.
If
here.
I was-
tied with us.
I wouldn't bet on that game. I wouldn't bet on it.
I wouldn't, but I'm going to. I like that in the under. It's going to be like a 17-13 game. So Jags win everybody.
We all did think that the over was going to hit in that Rams Saints game. Like for sure, we all thought it.
Yeah, that was and
Rams-
the Eagles too. That didn't hit.
The Rams haven't
know.
really impressed me that much. How about you guys? The Rams.
That don't impress me much.
I think they're a pretty good team.
But I feel like they've taken a step back from last year, like the eye test. You know what I mean?
I think it's all on Goff. If he can prove himself that not to have lost a step here and there, I think they can make it all the way again. Hopefully, help Gordon's bet.
Yeah, that's true. Forgot about that bet.
What bet? Oh, the Rams to make it. I think out of the NFC, you got to worry about Dallas and Packers. But I think they're I think they would beat them. They have the experience from last year. Kupp is back. I think he's still working out the kinks. I think Goff is going to get better as he goes. It's early. They're winning.
It's early.
They're winning.
A lot of things can
2-0.
happen. A lot of concussions can happen.
But NFC West is legit now. Look at the Niners are 2-0. They got a pretty good defense. Their offense is somewhat pedestrian.
Shanahan?
They got Kittle and not much on the receiving side. I
like the Breida Mostert. Mostert, whatever.
Yep.
like
And then the Seahawks
Yeah,
are pretty good. They're kind of overachieving for me, I feel like, the Seahawks. Don't you think?
They're getting lucky.
I don't know. I don't know if they're as good as.
Well, think about it. They play the Steelers at home.
They had a couple of big
Big
wins.
Ben goes down. He throws a ball and his arm just stops working.
Yeah, I'm not that high on Steelers or Big Ben anymore.
No, that's it for you?
Yeah, I'm not putting down the guy's career.
I
The
don't
guy was
think-
a great
Yeah, week 1 they play the Bengals at home and they barely won. And Joe Mixon got hurt.
I don't know if I
So-
see the Steelers doing better than 8-8 at this point with the
Oh
quarterback.
no, I don't see him doing.
Might be less.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Ravens take that one.
but I was gonna say,
Take that division.
in my heart, I'm a Giants fan always, but this is a podcast about sports. I gotta say, man, if everyone stays healthy, I see the Cowboys really being a problem. That team is really put together pretty well. It's a really, really, really good team.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Cowboys have a good chance to potentially. They could go to the Super Bowl this year. I could see that. They could come out of the NFC.
I mean, they have a pretty solid all-around team.
Look at the Bears, right? Their offense looks shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
That fucking guy sucks.
So Bears.
Trubisky, he's
talk
horrible.
about good and bad. The Bears for me was good and bad.
That was a fucking
my
nail-biter.
lock.
That
That
was
was
a
my lock.
nail-biter.
It did not cover, but they were one of my suicide picks. And wow, was I sweating?
That's funny.
So there they go. They give up the 2 points.
Well-
No, they went for 2 points. Got a penalty called on the Broncos. So then they went to kick. The guy misses, but they hit the placeholder.
Yeah.
So now they can move back up and they go for it, get it. Now they're leading, and then somehow Trubisky had the bullshit roughing the passer call on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that put him in a position, and they finally have a guy that makes the Pinheiro. Yeah, so Bears won, thank God. So it sucked because that was my Goodfellas lock, and I thought I was going to go perfect all year. I already lost second week, so look at me. I ain't shit.
the Thursday night assassin.
Thursday night assassin, though. Jags. Book it.
1-1 like you guys.
Yeah. When I called one that no one else did, though.
You did.
All right, so I felt good.
Did you be honest? When you picked them, was part of your reason for picking them that?
No, because when he picked them, I picked them too. I just changed mine last minute.
I went on a whole rant that episode before, last episode, about them. I was with before you. I knew what you guys did.
Okay.
We did a Wednesday night last episode. So I did a whole Bucks game, what I was thinking then.
Okay.
And you
Yeah,
guys.
you hit that last game, dude.
Yeah, Jim he listened, and Jim texted me like, I like your pick.
Well, I definitely. I don't know what the spread is right now, but
1.5 for this Thursday.
I do like them against the Giants.
All right.
Sucks.
No, that's not 1.5. No, 6.5. I was only talking about Thursday night.
I don't know, bro. I'm always betting on the Giants.
So
6.5 is a lot.
tomorrow I'm doing Jags under. All right. We're gonna put our post. We'll put our post up on Facebook. Follow us, please, if you're listening.
Even with Jalen Ramsey, you don't think he's going to disrupt that?
I don't think he's gonna
defense?
play. He's gonna play bad. He's a competitor.
Nah, he might be a poison, man. He might be like a cancer in the locker room right now.
For tomorrow?
That
I
could be
haven't-
another
I
reason
haven't
they're
decided.
0-2.
They're gonna fuck him. He wants to leave. Let's show him what's up. That's how I think.
What do you think about that one? Do you think
Ramsey?
Ramsey might disrupt that locker room enough to screw the Jaguars out of winning that game?
I don't know. Maybe not. When a guy takes that attitude, a lot of things can happen.
Guys gonna want to step up and
Yes.
fire him up. Like fuck him. He wants to leave, yo.
That's the mentality. Who's next? Next up.
Yeah.
Next up.
You hope that, right?
I know. So I talked to him. I talked to Jalen. I said, Jalen, just make sure you get this one win for the Thursday night assassin. He said, okay. I got you, G. So
To answer your question, Joe, my lock for tomorrow is definitely the Titans.
You're on your own again, probably. Assassin.
so you like Titans, Jim?
Can you text?
I wouldn't bet on that game.
Yeah,
but
find out what Richie wants to do here.
if I had to bet on that game, I would go Titans, but it could go either way.
But you're not going to touch it.
I wouldn't touch that game.
You'll do some MLB tomorrow night.
I just feel like that's too tough to call that game.
Ow. Hit my knee here. Sorry.
I think the 1.5 spread is actually pretty good spread for that game.
All right. Well, I mean, that's it for me for Thursday night. Who do you guys like fantasy-wise for that game? I don't like anybody.
You know what? It's a shame. I had drafted
Corey Davis.
the running back for Jacksonville, Fournette. But the problem was Nick
did
Foles
Joe.
got hurt week 1. And when the quarterback play is not good,
What?
the teams can
Minshew.
cheat. Well, again, I mean, we'll
Gordon's
see.
high as hell on Minshew.
We'll see what
This is a G, son.
was Minshew's stats from the game.
Porno
Let
star.
me look it up.
Pull him up.
Porno
He
star.
had a
porno
smooth,
star.
sexy stash
Yeah.
for show.
So, I mean, when you don't have good quarterback play, the teams key in on the running back, which is what's going to happen on Sunday. They're gonna try to disrespect your Daniel Jones there, I think. But yeah, I mean, the point is, then the running back suffers a little bit because then you're keying in on the run, and
All right. He was, not a terrible game. 23 for 33.
not bad.
69.7% completion.
What
That's
was
it.
the total
213 yards.
Okay,
6.5 average. That's low.
touchdown.
One
Interception.
TD, no interception.
All right, that's decent.
97 rating. He was fine. Good dude. It was a 12-13 game. They
Right,
could have
it's
won.
one game. The point is, it's one
Fournette
game.
couldn't get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
He's another
If he
one.
did,
I don't think
if he
Fournette's the same
did,
player.
Gardner Minshew just beat the Texans. What up, son?
Fournette is not the same player.
Yeah.
He's winning in prime. Yo, he's gonna listen. I'm telling you. Listen, everybody.
Listen,
He's
Linda,
coming out on Thursday night with the bright lights, the stash flowing. He's gonna come dressed to impress for sure. And he's gonna have a bad bitch on his arm.
So you think this guy
Two,
Minshew
maybe.
could take them to the playoffs?
I never said that. I said he's gonna win Thursday night.
I read that one of his pregame rituals is taking goat weed.
He comes out
that's good.
with a massive erection and he hikes the ball.
Blue 42, my nuts on your shoe.
Gardner Minshew's definitely winning it tomorrow. All right, everybody.
right.
I'm gonna say it again.
We're gonna talk about this game.
All right,
already,
Jim.
or-
Let's
Jesus Christ.
Jim. You never get to talk about the Bucks because no one wants to hear it. But the good fellas, we're gonna let you talk about it, man.
Yeah, this is now Buck fellas.
Buck fellas here. Jim is gonna break us down with the Week 3 matchup. He's gonna talk about everything Bucks.
All right. So you want to?
If you were wondering,
if you were wondering. All right. So let's talk about the defense. So the defense has been horrible for a long time, right? It's because the old defensive coordinator the last couple of years was a guy named by the name of Mike Smith. Now, Mike Smith was the head coach of Atlanta, right, for many years. Then before that, he was apparently a good defensive coordinator. So the Bucks get him as a defensive coordinator to Dirk Cutter. All right. So this guy, every single play, they're playing 10 yards off the line. They let up, again, I have to say the word historical, but near historical reception rate against. It was like 75% they were letting up against. 75% of passes were being completed against the defense. They were letting up a crazy amount of points. Again, because you're 10 yards off the line. Now they get rid of him. Well, here's the story. So they were the last defense in the league in 2017. What do teams usually do, Gordon? What do teams usually do when you're the last defense in the league? What do?
fire everybody.
Fire the
trade
defensive
him.
coordinator, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't. So 2018, guess what? The beginning of 2018,
They
they are
still
the
suck.
last defense in the league. Then the bye week happens. Okay, so sometimes you make a change during the bye week.
Fire.
No. They
No.
come back the next week in Atlanta, his old team, and the first 3 possessions for Atlanta, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
He had money on the
Then
Falcons.
they fire him right after the game, okay? Why did you wait so long? The guys, they said in one game there was a rumor. He called the same play how many times in a row? Take a guess.
32.
Close. 26 times in a row.
Jesus.
That's a guy that's either
believes.
mailing it in or is just an idiot and doesn't make any adaptations, okay? So now we have Todd Bowles, who was the former Jets coach. but
Yeah,
before
he
that,
loves
was a
defense, bro.
Defensive coordinator.
Really good one, too.
So now, completely different philosophy. They're a 3-4 defense mostly now.
Jim, is
instead
your
of a 4-3.
dick growing?
3-4 defense instead of a 4-3. You got Todd Bowles' defense where it's very pressing, contesting passes, contesting. They are right now, after 2 games only, in the top 10 for defenses in the league.
Oh, yeah.
So when people, all these national media, this is a great time for Daniel Jones. This is the perfect opportunity. They're basing that off of the Bucks' old 30th ranked fucking defense. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got a whole new
stop the clock.
situation in town now. All right. So that's the first big difference this year.
Those motherfuckers.
Bruce Arians. Do you guys know anything about this guy's history?
Yeah, I've heard about the Aryan
Cardinals.
Brotherhood. The Aryans Brotherhood is really fucked up.
Wow. So he started off a long time ago. He was the head coach of Temple. Then he worked his way up. He was a quarterbacks coach.
I know
on
him from the Cardinals.
Steelers. Then he
like
was
the Cards.
he was the offensive coordinator of the Steelers for their 2 Super Bowls with Big Ben, right?
Well, that is big.
And then he goes and becomes the assistant coach in the Colts to Chuck Pagano. Chuck Pagano, unfortunately, ends up getting diagnosed with cancer. He steps down. Bruce Arians is the interim head coach. They go 9-3, and they go on to the playoffs. He wins Coach of the Year.
I know him for his hats.
Then he steps back down. When Pagano came back, the Cardinals hire him. The Cardinals' record this year before he got there was 5-11, same as the Bucks from last year. They go promptly 10-6, 11-5, 13-3, make it to the NFC Championship game, lose to like that incredible Cam Newton team when Cam Newton was like
Before the handkerchief.
before the handkerchief. Then the last couple of years was
And
like
Jemima.
even the last couple of years there before he retired briefly was 8-8, which 8-8 in Tampa, we'd have a parade down the street. He retires. He goes in 1 year in broadcasting. Says this is not for me. If I have to prepare this much, I might as well become.
I'm
going to
retire in Tampa and coach the Bucks. That's what he said.
The only reason he was in Tampa was because he was Jason Light, the general manager for Tampa, was was in the front office for the Cardinals at the time. So
Do you know what color underwear he was wearing?
Yeah,
that day?
damn, son.
So they have a relationship, and he's even
You
outright said it
in
that
this
like
shit, bro.
one of the reasons
He
I
was
came
in
here.
the office fucking
One
the
of the
secretary.
He's like one of the reasons I came here was for because I know the general manager. So
That's awesome.
because he's that loyal. That's one of his traits. Like he's just too loyal to everybody.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
heard he's very good with commanding the locker
All right.
room and getting the guys on
Yeah,
his side.
so they had that Amazon series.
Amazon.
What was it called? The one, All or Nothing. It's like a Hard
Amazon.
Knocks for the whole season. Anyway, they had one of that season, the 2015 season. Just the way he does, like he knows what he's doing. He knows how to win. He knows how to keep players responsible, like accountable for their mistakes. In fact, they have an accountability list. So every time you fuck up in practice or in a game, your name's on the wall and all that shit. So they know how to build. So that's the 2 huge differences is like the defense coordinator and the general coaching staff. So, hey, anything that changes the culture down there, for me, it's all about.
All right.
Other thing, Jameis
So you're
Winston.
excited.
I'm
All right.
excited. Jameis
I'm not excited about Winston, though.
Jameis Winston, he's just up and down. I mean,
Mostly
and
down.
it's too long now, So this is everything this year. So I don't know. Apparently, Arian says he's the quarterback whisperer. He came out with a book. I read it. It was pretty good. He's worked with a lot of good quarterbacks. I mean, I don't know if he can't fix Winston, nobody can.
All right. I'm going to test if you really are a Bucks fan. Dare.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Odolawale or something
yeah,
like
all right,
that.
all right,
He's
all
the
right.
third string running back. Of course. Come
He's
on,
third
man.
down back, right?
Nah. They want to give it
Who
to
is it?
Ronald
Ronald Jones, right?
Jones, second round pick from last year. He already has more yards this year than he had last year. That's how bad he was.
But you got
last year.
Peyton Barber.
Yeah. So let's talk about the game itself. The Giants.
Daniel Jones come out party down to Tampa. It's going to be a hot one.
Yeah. Do you think he has a good game?
I think he does okay. Sterling
What's
Shepard.
okay?
Okay. I don't know. I think they cover the spread. I'm taking the Giants. I think.
What
this
about
week.
him personally? You think he hits 200 yards?
Yeah.
I mean, is Latimer still out? Shepard is questionable still.
Yeah,
All
who
right.
the hell are you guys throwing to?
Exactly.
Evan
Ingram
Evan Ingram and Barkley.
and
Yes. Barkley could turn a little
They've
2-yard
they've,
pass to
they've
100
already
yards.
they've already said as much.
You know, I'm thinking about this game right now. I think Bucks might blow them the fuck out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I
did
totally
say it.
just thought about it. Like the defense sucks,
I did say that.
well,
and the Bucks they got a good offense when it's going, bro.
And when you
when
say
it's going, and it hasn't gone yet. It
When you
hasn't
say-
gone.
But it could
yet. But
go.
if they could
very,
get
the
if they-
Bills were late. I mean, the Bills dropped 21.
Let's put
quickly
it
on
this
the
way. Let's put it this way. If the Bucks get the offense going, this could be a very scary team. It really can, because this defense, they have talent. They have
I'm
fast
sorry.
players.
I don't look
You
at
don't-
Winston like that
Yeah, I
anymore.
was about to say, how do you feel about Winston?
After this first game, I was kind of done with him. But then he played a much better game. And you know what? It wasn't flashy, but he got 200 yards. He had a touchdown, no interceptions. No, he even said in his press conference today. They said he goes, game manager helps people win the game. So they said like somebody must ask the question like, how do you feel about being like more of a game manager in that last game? Hey, I need a game manager because if you don't turn the ball over and you have a good defense, you're gonna do well. And he turns the ball over way too much, and that's always been the knock on him. Bad decisions at the wrong times. So if they could coach that out of him somehow,
So you
but
think,
I don't know.
Do you think the Bucks cover 6.5?
I'm not sure. I think it could be a 3-point game. It could be a 10-point game. I don't know. So, but I do think they're going to win the game. I think they said something this week. Bruce, what do you think about your team looking ahead now with the Drew Brees injury and different things that there's a potential path to somehow win the NFC South with the Panthers sucking and everything. And he said, well, if that's true, I'm going to strike a match to it right now because we're playing one game at a time, one quarter at a time. He's trying to keep them focused because he's like, we haven't won shit yet. You know what I mean?
So you're not lying. Against QBs, they're 29th. They're top what 3 or 4.
I told you, man. This is
And
a whole new
running
defense.
back. They're top 2 against
That's
running back.
why the Bucks could shock everybody this year. Like if they have a decent offense. And last year they had the number 1 passing offense in the league, but the problem was they had one of the worst running offenses in the league. So if they could get even a top 10 offense passing and a top 15 or 20 offense rushing, something like that, and a solid defense, like a 15th to 10th defense.
John Gruden.
You never know.
John Gruden.
And John
and
Gruden.
Chucky.
And yeah, exactly. And Joe Juravicious. Anyway.
So he's at what 1? So Sterling Shepard's concussed.
I think he's still questionable. Yeah.
Jim, you know quite a bit about brain trauma injury.
Yes, I happen to be a brain trauma therapist, physical therapist, and just a lot about CT. I heard you guys talking at a previous podcast. I mean, it's a big problem in that these guys that are coming out of football, most of them are having it. It can't be diagnosed while you're alive. It's only through like autopsies and brain
Holy shit!
scans.
I didn't know that.
So that's why a lot of these
didn't know
guys,
that.
if they've committed suicide, they're shooting themselves in the chest so that it protects the brain so that it could be studied. So that's what's happening. Another thing about CTE, and all this stuff, they say Lou Gehrig's disease, you have a much, much higher incidence of Lou Gehrig's disease in this population than the general population. Lou Gehrig's disease is when your body just pretty much fails. You get progressively weaker and your mind is still sharp. But the last thing to go is your ability to breathe, and that's how they die,
Oh,
respiratory
my
failure.
God.
So it's like one of the worst things you could have next to
Jesus
that and a
Christ.
brain tumor.
That is a downer, Jim.
Sorry, but I'm just telling you.
This
So
is
now
called the real fellas.
now
Shit's getting real.
now I understand why people aren't letting their kids
Enjoy
play,
every day, everybody.
play football. And you know what? I would have a thing with my kid if he really wanted to play. Like if he had one concussion, that's it. It's
I heard
done.
that soccer's just as bad though.
If you're headbutting the ball, but in general, it's not like they're tackling each other constantly. you know
Slide
what I mean?
tackling. Then you got to fall on the floor and go, oh, he
I
hit
would,
me.
I would imagine soccer. Would be a
So,
little
Jim,
safer.
knowing
Yeah. Grab your leg. And
knowing
writhe
what
in
you
pain.
know about this,
Yes.
do you really think that these new helmets are really making a difference?
I don't know if the new helmets are making a difference. I'm not sure, but I do tell you this. I think that the quality of player in the NFL in the next 10 to 15 years or so is going to start to decline.
And then
Because
robots.
there's going to be less people willing to let their kids play football.
Yeah, and this is what this is what I brought up last week because, man, you can't blame the parents who are
No,
taking
I
that.
don't.
Not at all.
It's a big decision, man. And my brother's going through this, and his oldest is dying to play. He's dying to play.
Yeah.
He wants to play so bad.
But again, I would say some kind of like agreement that, okay, you get 1 or 2 concussions
No
or whatever
way,
it
man.
is or something,
No way.
then you're done. Because like, if you let them play, that's their choice. But then you need to have some kind of like agreement. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think that would work out. That's like telling your son, "Hey, man, I'll let you smoke weed, but the first time that I smell a blunt in this house, you're gonna quit smoking weed." It's not going to happen.
I don't know if I'd exactly characterize
Yeah, that's not
it
the
as
same.
that.
That's
but,
not the same.
But I don't know.
That was horrible comparison.
It was really bad.
Terrible.
No,
Terrible, Ernie.
they would find a way
I'm calling
to keep
Dyfus.
doing it. I'm calling Dyfus.
Well, they're not. Was it like the water boy? He's gonna be hiding it from Mama.
Marijuana is the devil.
Oh wait, one thing I wanted to say about this.
No, enough about these Bucks. Goddamn
real
it.
quick about this game.
I never want to hear about the Bucks. I'm not even gonna watch the game Sunday anymore.
They have to win this game, and I said before the season they need to be 2-1 after week 3.
Daniel
Because
Jones is gonna kill your dreams.
Here's their schedule. This is what I was talking about. This crazy schedule.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah,
All right, here we
you're
go.
right.
Ready? Week 4 at Rams.
Easy,
Week 5 at Saints,
light work.
which looks maybe a little different now without
Yeah.
Breeze. Week 6 is a quote-unquote home game in London against the Panthers. All right? Home game in London against the Panthers. Week 7 bye. Week 8 at Titans. Week 9 at Seattle.
All right.
Week 10 home against the Cardinals. Giants game is September 22nd. Cardinals is November 10th. Have you ever heard of an NFL schedule? You go almost 2 months without playing at home? Isn't that crazy?
They wanted to cool
They
down in
screwed
Tampa.
them bad. That's a horrible schedule, man.
Well, how do they do this scheduling?
I don't know. They give the Patriots the best one.
Yeah, they do have the Patriots have like the easiest.
Yeah, I looked it up on ESPN Plus. They said the Bucks have the worst schedule in the league. How come the Patriots don't have the worst schedule in the league every year? Come on,
They should have to
man.
play themselves or something.
Is that like crazy or what?
Well, you have to play your divisional games, and then they rotate a division in the league every like 2, 3, 4 years.
They should have to face the AFC All Stars and the NFC All Stars at least every year.
I don't know.
Those
I
damn
mean,
Patriots.
it's ridiculous how a team that's hasn't made the playoffs in 11 years. We're the second longest streak behind the Browns. Browns are the longest playoffless streak.
Who
So,
will get there first?
They get the worst schedule in the league. What kind of nonsense is
The
that?
world may never know.
Crazy.
Will the Bucks make the playoffs before the end of the world, Jim? You probably believe in.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Their 2028 schedule is the most difficult schedule.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We now have a coaching staff. We have not had a coach since Gruden. Think about it. We had
Chucky.
Raheem Morris. Do you guys even know who that guy is?
No, Jim.
How about Greg Schiano from the Rutgers, right?
Yeah.
How about Lovie Smith, who sucks?
Yeah, the Bears.
How about Dirk Cutter? We haven't had this guy, 2-time coach of the year. 2-time coach of the year. You don't get that by accident. So we have a coaching staff now. So now that we have a coaching staff, let's see what the hell we could do, you know? So I'm excited for the first time in a very long time about this team.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, good luck with your excitement.
Thank you, sir.
Well, we're gonna talk about someone that was excited about his new opportunity. Shane Gillis
Shane Gillis.
was excited because he was about to be on SNL. He was probably excited as Jim about the Bucks this year,
Yeah.
and he said something bad on a podcast. I'm not going to say it because I don't say anything bad.
It was a derogatory term towards the
Yes.
Chinese.
I don't even know what the context was. Like,
I don't either.
all I know is he said the CHINK
Oh my God. Okay,
rhymes with drink.
listen. What this proves to me is that there are people out there just waiting to prey on people like Shane Gillis. The second his name goes out there, bam!
Is that what it is? They saw like who's coming in the cast.
Dude,
and
who
they research
knew,
you?
Who knew who this guy was?
Wow.
Nobody knew who Shane Gillis was. Who the fuck is he?
Is it the media that does it?
No, I'm not saying it's the media.
And Trudeau right now just got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Trudeau. How they find the blackface or brown face?
Elections happening
Why is
right
it?
now.
It said brown face. Is there a difference?
Yeah, he was
It's a little lighter.
He was dressed up as an Arab.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Like Aladdin or something?
Exactly like Aladdin.
He went.
Yeah.
But no,
Did he have a magic carpet?
I don't know.
No, I was
Maybe
kidding.
it's called-
His Jasmine was really
What?
old.
His
His Jasmine was really old.
So yeah, cancel culture is a cancer.
Yeah,
Cancer culture, I just
that
call it.
is the most ridiculous thing. Let me tell
What
you.
if the guy has good stuff in his life? Should he get bonus points for that?
Hold on a
or
second.
just get the bad stuff?
We're talking about the same country where right now one of the people running for president for a nomination, the Democratic Party, was arrested on burglary, DWI, Why does that get forgiven? What?
Beto, his name is Beto now.
Bro, his name is not fucking Beto.
Yeah, it is.
No,
I've
it's
seen
not.
it on the TV.
It's not his name. He calls himself that. That's why I can call myself Juanca. That's more realistic than fucking calling yourself Beto.
All right, don't be mean to Beto.
Fuck Beto. Well, listen, all I'm saying is
They're gonna cancel you now, bro. You're
no,
done.
what I'm saying is I'm not holding it against him. I don't think that's right. That was 30 years ago, right? I don't think that's right. But this is the same country where this is going on. Shame on SNL. Shame on them.
They gave in and fired him.
Shame on them, bro.
Yeah, like
Fuck
I saw
them,
that people were
bro.
talking about Belushi did a skit when he was a
Dude,
samurai.
You want to know something?
Oh, Samurai Delicatessen. It's a great
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not
Like
that's
the
okay.
guy walks in and he pulls the number and he's like, "Badabat,
Exactly.
badabat, badabat."
See,
Oh yeah, that's me.
Jim is being racist. Is this racist
That's
right
not
now?
I'm just
Why?
repeating the
I know,
skit.
I know, but
At the end of the skit, he's like, "Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you break me a 20?" Ah! And he
he would
cuts
cut
the
it in
20 in half. You know, it was funny. It was funny.
and then
skit,
supposedly Mike Myers had one where he did he was a Japanese game show host,
Yeah.
and if you got the answer wrong, they cut your arm
Yeah.
off or something.
I think this
hand
is
off.
a ridiculous culture that we are going along
We
with.
have to stop.
This is
It's-
so fucking stupid.
Come on.
And you're SNL. You're all about making fun of
All you
everybody.
do is make fun of Trump.
again,
All
I-
should they get canceled because they make
And
fun of the president?
I'm not saying the guy shouldn't apologize, but he did.
Yeah, he wrote some. I like what he said. Yeah, listen, you're trying to be funny, and yeah, you might cross the line sometimes.
That is so true.
He's on a
man.
podcast. How many people probably listen to that podcast at the
He's gonna
time?
be on Joe Rogan by
If he
Yeah, good.
If he
Good.
apologized,
Yeah, this is probably going to catapult him in one
You
way.
see what I'm saying? I'm the type
It's
of guy that I am.
Oh.
I am now a Shane Gillis fan. I'm his fan.
I'm rooting for him.
Fuck that.
He
man.
better be funny.
yeah, right.
They do be putting some bullshit out there now. SNL sucks nowadays anyway. So
Hey, Eddie Murphy's coming back.
I like. He said I was always a Mad TV kind of guy.
Well, during those days, Mad TV was better.
Oh, Will Sasso,
Artie Lang, right?
Artie Lang. I like the Java Man. That was good shit.
In Living Color.
I like the
That's
Harry
before,
Spears.
Oh, 11 Color is so good.
Homie the Clown.
In Living Color, fellas.
All right, well, everyone should stop being bitches. All right.
Yeah, that's fucking whack. Stop being bitches. Hey, did Richie ever get back to you, Joe?
Yeah, he said Jags.
Oh, Richie! All right, Jack's definitely hit.
He's on the Minshew train.
Choo choo.
He likes that porn stash.
Oh, you can't deny it, son. Cam Soda's like, yo, please, Gardner. All right, I think that's it for today, guys.
Sounds
Jimmy,
good. Thank you guys.
thank you for coming out. Thank you for the Bucks knowledge.
I was so excited.
I know. I see you on Twitter. I see you on Twitter, and you be talking to all the Bucks Nation. You should share this.
Yeah, I should, right?
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna dream with the Buccaneers tonight.
you should share it. Share it to them. Say it's pro Buck show. Even though we're in New Jersey,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
Giants fans, but we let you on.
Hysterical.
You did great.
But
Thanks for coming out.
I love podcasts and hey
Yeah,
guys,
share it. It'll help us out, man. Thank you for being
anytime.
here.
I could talk about football in general as well if you ever want to have me back.
Yeah.
I think we got enough Buccaneers in us for the whole year.
Arr.
What's your? You guys don't do the locks then today, huh?
All right, you want to give? We're not, but
Yeah,
you want to
you can
give
give yours, yeah.
a guest
Yeah.
lock to sign us off here?
Sure. Let me. Anybody got the schedule? The week 3 schedule right here.
I see you've thought about this.
I thought about it, but I'm between a few.
All right, I got week 3 up.
All right. Let's see.
And don't tell us the Dolphins. Everybody wants
No.
the Dolphins. this
I'll
week.
I'll go against the Dolphins, but I think it's Patriots to cover. Actually, it's a big spread. What is it?
23.
I think they're gonna
They
destroy
got 23
the Jets.
against the Jets.
I think they're gonna destroy them because the defense is gonna get some turnovers off that third string quarterback. They're gonna either do some pick sixes or they're gonna have short fields and they're gonna obliterate them.
I'm pretty sure it's never happened before, though. Whenever the spread is over 20 points, every team has never won or
Really?
covered that spread.
Really? So this would be.
And it hasn't happened since the 80s, but every time it's happened, they're like 0-8.
Oh, so there you go. That might be a little bit against it there. Unless it would be great on a teaser. Let's put it that way.
All right, so you're like the Patriots as your lock.
Yeah, but how many quarterbacks?
That's a ballsy lock, Jim.
How many quarterbacks got mono?
I
in
think
the
that's going to
80s?
be the first time since the '80s because I just feel that way. Belichick's that kind of person. He would try to.
Oh, he loves smacking.
He'd
the
try to
Jets.
run up the score. I think a third string quarterback.
They might hit
against
the over by themselves.
Their third
44
string
and a
quarterback.
half.
The guy could be like Nathan Peterman. He could have 5 interceptions in the first half. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So this just in. Apparently,
Snap at the bell.
Darnold got mono from Minshew.
All right, guys, I'm done. Sorry.
All right. Well, that's it. Episode 26, Grid Fellas. From Juan, Joe, Cap D, and Jimmy. Special guest. Thank you.
Thank you.